Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Cardio Vlogs. All right, let's get our workout on. I got our handy dandy for now oven timer, and we'll do our 15 minutes here and about. If I can get that to sit still. Alrighty then. So how is everyone today? Have you been staying busy? I know I had a pretty busy day. I've been trying to work on, well, I had a full day of work, first off. And then I went and paid off a bill. Yes. I don't know how many of you will recall from my discussions in the past, but now that I think about it, 18 months ago when we spoke last, I was virtually debt-free. As I recall, I almost completely was debt-free. Well, things done changed, baby. As a result of not only my relationship, but as a result of my business growing, I advanced my debt quite significantly to the tune of about, roughly in the neighborhood of about $40,000 in less than 18 months. Now, I'll give you a second to recover from falling off of your bike or elliptical or treadmill. Go ahead. Take a breath. That moron got $40,000 in debt in 18 months. Well, it all happened because I was placing tiny classified. No, I'm kidding. That's not how it happened. It happened because, well, you're right. I'm a moron. Whatever. Well, I would like to say that most of it was business related. That is not the case. The truck that I bought for my business, a box truck, is costing me in the area of about $15,000. I just looked today, and it's down to $10,750. So that's about a year, more like, I want to say 13 months of payments has gotten down to roughly about $10,750. So it would take approximately about, probably in the neighborhood of about 2 years to pay it off. There goes that again. However, I finished paying off a rather large bill that I had from a company which I suggest you never buy from. And let's just say it rhymes with pawns. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So there you go. I just paid off that debt today, though. Completely out of my life, and that was a nearly $10,000 bill. So the truck is my big focus next, and once that is paid off, I will be in the area of about 10 to 15 left in debt that I will need to clear off, and then I will be debt free again. And that is tremendous because I know I can do it as long as I stay single. No, no, because if I've dated, it's better for me right now to live alone and get my life back. I realized a lot about myself these last 18 months. And I think I may have thought before that 18 months break that I knew about myself. I learned so much about myself over this last time period. Let's focus on the debt though. So I paid off the debt today, and that was a huge relief because now I can focus the monies I was spending monthly on that to now paying on the truck. And it's the domino effect, as a lot of people will tell you. You pay off one big one, then you pay off another big one, and then the other small ones just sort of like that. I have a lot of snottage today. You're welcome for that share. Anyway, so I am very excited about that. Debt is not something you want. It is a weight, it is a stress. Pay for everything outright. Don't owe anybody anything if you don't have to. It's better to have a high credit score and people to want you to buy stuff because that gives you a leverage. Usually it will get you discounts, it will get you better costs, the whole thing across the board. Now that I've paid off this company, I am sure they will come back to me and say, hey, you want to buy something else? We'll give you a 25% discount on the purchase price. See, that gives me leverage. Now, I'm not going to, but it gives me the leverage to do so if I wanted to. And leverage is always helpful when you're in a situation where you want to purchase something, because it gives you the power of negotiation to get something at a lower cost. People would rather sell something to someone with good credit if they really want to get the money outright than they would to someone who they may never get the money from. So it always gives you leverage. Now, they like people who pay it out over the course of the term of a lease, which is 3 years or 4 years or whatever the heck it is, because they make more in interest. At the end of the day, though, they would much rather pay someone or give a deal to someone who they know will pay it off because they'll get their money. And they've already marked up so substantially, it doesn't matter to them. So, that being said, I've been thinking about programming over the last 24 hours, and one of the tendencies I have to do is to overextend myself. I'm really happy with the cardio vlogs, and I'm happy doing this every day, as much as possible. I've really put myself in a position in the past where I thought, okay, I gotta do it every day, I gotta do it every day. And as a result of it, it takes the pleasure out of doing it versus the fun of doing it. And I really have fun doing these. Working out with you, it's always, after I do it, I feel so jazzed. I don't want to think of it as a, commitment's the wrong choice of words. I don't want to think of it as a requirement. I want to think of it as a commitment that I have made to my relationship with you, to my relationship with fitness, that I spend this time. And I think it makes it come across better for you as someone who's participating with me. And it comes across, and it feels better for me, it motivates me more. So, that being said, I will breathe. I will promise you that I will continue to do them daily as possible. And hopefully that inspiration will remain consistent for the most part. There may be times when I have to take a hiatus. I'm looking at a trip in April. I have several meetings, business travel meetings coming up that may require me to step away. And if I cannot create programming to post daily during my absence from the actual device on those days, then I will not have programming. That is not good for my fitness, but hopefully I will still do it in those locations if they have devices I can use. Also, so just sticking with that for a second, that's the situation with the cardio vlogs. It will be daily as often as I can do it daily. And right now I feel great about it. I'm really excited about it. The other programming I was thinking about, I really want to do, I mentioned the other day to you the Netflix 365 title. that's overextending it. Because obviously, that was me thinking about focusing on Netflix, looking at their movies, doing a review every day, and that's just not feasible for me. It's my ambition talking, not my logic. So what I've decided is I want to do something called On Cue, which is movies on Netflix or Amazon or whatever that are the next things I'm going to watch. And I'm going to watch different things. I'm not just going to watch movies I like, although I'm sure I will throw in a review for a movie I like here and there and give you my thoughts on it. I want to focus on doing different things though, things I haven't seen that I can talk about, share my unique experience with you, and then get your feedback on what you thought of it, should you decide to interact with me and review it. The other show I'm thinking about doing, and I will probably do those every couple of weeks on cue. So, considerable difference. One is, daily, the other is basically bi-weekly. Or bi-monthly. No, bi-weekly. I know the word. So every 2 weeks. So roughly 26 episodes a season type of thing. The other show I'm considering doing is a show about not politics, because I've decided I'm not into politics. I'm not into politics because based on the current events of U.S. government right now, there is no difference between one party and the other. One party says, oh, we're going to stand up for America and stop these kinds of actions, and they didn't. They lied. They lied, and either they were manipulated into crumbling, or they just simply were never going to do it, and it was all talk. So what I'm not in is politics. What I am into is liberty. And I thought about that today because I was thinking about the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence and the statement, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And liberty is the right to choose the path you want. And that does not exist in a non-democracy. It does not exist in socialism. You do not have liberty in socialism because they decide the rules and you grow as much as they want you to grow. Capitalism, as much as you dislike it, or maybe have been taught to dislike it, is really how people grow and expand and how society evolves. And liberty is the most important thing. And so I think I'm going to do a program called Liberty and talk about a variety of topics related to what's going on. So there's our timer. So that's the other show. And then I have a third show, which I'm going to do for my performance, for my acting, called The Monologue. And that will probably be, Liberty will probably be bi-weekly as well. And then the monologue will probably be bi-weekly. Probably be bi-weekly. See, I'm already late in time. So anyways, let's go a quick pump. Go after what you want, guys. Pursue what you want. Ambition is great, but don't overextend yourselves to the point of burnout. Enjoy what you do. Live with passion. See you tomorrow. Or soon. Whichever comes first. Okay, I'm tired. Bye-bye.